Alright, so yeah, that's the first line, and then we're gonna go to the second line. The second line, we're really hanging out on the 5th and 3rd frets, just like walking around the strings from 5 to 3 and from 3 to 5. And there's just a couple other frets thrown in there. Anyway, let's start that out. So we're on the G string, and we're starting with the 5. And if you're reading the tabs, I think I tabbed that right. I'm gonna get it. Yeah. So just back and forth, and then down to the D string. I feel like that's like a very Takeshi Terauchi kind of thing to do. So yeah, we're just going back and forth, 5 to 3, working our way down the strings and back up the strings. Sounds like this: 5 3 5 3, down a string, 5 5 3 5 3, down a string, 5, and then back up to the D string, 5 3, and then we're doing this cool bendy note on the 3rd fret of the A string. That's like my favorite note in the song. Then we're going to the 6th fret of the low E string. Yeah, okay. So then we do a walk up again, like walk back up the guitar. Ooh boy, I hope you guys can follow this. I feel like I'm kind of blathering for this one. So many notes. Yeah, so it's like. Shit, sorry y'all. One more time. So yeah, that's where we're just like walking around. We're walking all the way up the strings, 3 to 5. And then we're sliding up to a 7th fret, and then the riff starts all over again. I think the easiest thing to do right now is just to play the riff one more time, and I'll play it slow in case anybody's out there with a guitar and wants to follow along. Alright, so starting on that B string, 8th fret. And then after the riff happens 3 times or whatever, however many times it happens, we go to the strummy part while there's a keyboard solo. And for that, I'm just playing a G minor, but I'm playing it on the barring the 3rd fret, so it's like a E minor shape moved up. 1 2 3. And then I'm going down to like the A minor shape, which turns out to be a C minor. And the strumming pattern's like this. I'm just gonna look and see if anyone's asking any questions. You make it seem so easy. Thanks. Alright, so that's that. And we're gonna go to the guitar solo part right now. Which is really, I feel like this song's like pretty easy once you see it written out. It's like, it happens, so much of it happens just kind of walking around this 3rd to 5th fret area. It's all just in the little flourishes. So starting in on the solo, it's gonna start on the G string, 5th fret, with a big bended note though. Just go down a string to the D string, 5th fret, and then we're just kind of gonna go between the 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, and 7th fret, mostly on that G string, and kind of dipping down into the D string. So first line of the solo sounds like this. 7th fret. So that's just on the G string, walking down from the 7th fret to the 3rd fret, and then going down a string. And then that's repeated. So I just did the first 2 lines of the solo there. So as you can see, it's kind of just like the same little riffy things repeated, repeated again. I'll play the first 2 lines again really quick, but we're just kind of 5, 7, 5, 3, and down to the 4. So I'm playing that, at the end of that line, I'm playing the G string open. You can also play the 5th fret of the D string, obviously, but I think open's a little easier. And then we're going to walk up to the 6th and 8th frets of the B string. And then so starting in on the 3rd line of the solo, we're on the 6th fret of the B string, and we're hammering on and pulling off on the 8th fret. So it's like moving up a string to the high E, a bended 8th fret there, back down to the B string on the 8th fret, and then we're going down to the 8th fret of the G string, a couple slides from 7 to 8. 5th fret to the 7th fret, walk up to the 6th fret of the B string, and back down. 8th fret of the D string, 5th fret, back to the 8th fret. So I'll play that really slowly, and then we'll do the last line. So yeah, this is the 3rd line again. And then we do this, so it ends with this cool walk down thing. We start on the 7th fret of the G string, and then we're just gonna walk it down with these kind of 3 notes played quickly. Maybe that's called a triplet or something, I don't know. I'm kind of vibratoing these things, so it's like, just like, so 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and then this is all on the G string, and then it's like 3 to 5. It's like this hammer on and pull off move, right? From 3 to 5, so it's like. And we're gonna go down to the D string. Man, I got lost. Okay, I'm gonna start that line over. Wait, 7th fret. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So I wrote the tab. I made a mistake on the tab. That hammer on and pull off move should actually be on the D string. So it's just 1 string down. You can hear that when you play it. Okay. then we do the famous walk up from the main riff. So starting on the 3rd fret of the A string, and then we're gonna walk it all the way up. 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 3, 7. All right, that's it. That's the whole song. I'm gonna play that whole solo really quick, or I'm gonna play it slowly, but I'm gonna do it right now, just so you can hear that slow in case anyone wants to try and play along at home. So starting off with the strummed chords, the G minor and the C minor. Down. All right, I think that's it. So oh yeah, maybe I'll show you my pedal board in case anyone's curious about that. Because I do play with some effects on this one for the whole song. I just left them off for the tutorial because I thought it might be easier to kind of discern what I was doing without them. Let me show you here. So, using, let's see, let me get down here. For this song, I'm using the Fuzz War, Death by Audio Fuzz War. This is a gift from Ty when we finished recording Weirdo Shrine, and I use it all the time. At first I was like, I'm never gonna use fuzz, you know, I'm not really a fuzz person, I'm like, just reverb, that's it, that's all I need. But I'm pretty into fuzz now, so that's been really handy. And then this is the one that I use almost more than any other pickup besides, or pedal besides my tuning pedal, and this is a really cool, just like a kind of a custom delay pedal that this guy Tyler at Trading Musician in Seattle made. I love this thing. It's basically just a delay pedal, but it's also got a volume boost, so it's just like perfect for solos. Just like gives you a little volume boost and a little you know, wackiness, and I feel like it's like I use this on every solo that is on every La Luz album. And the Dunes is really cool pedal from Earthquaker, and it's like this is also sort of I guess it's like an overdrive pedal. I use this on Floating Features. I basically have the fuzz war on the entire time, and then for the solo I kick on the Dunes, and it just like gives it a little more body and volume. Yeah, and then those are pretty much like these two pedals I use all the time. Everything else I use just like for a couple songs. This is Ghost Echo is a really nice little kind of a reverb / delay, and then this is just like a funny Behringer vibrato pedal that I only use on Don't Leave Me on the Earth. I only use it on one song because it sounds super goofy, but it sounds really like cool for that song. So yeah, that was a little tour of my pedal board, and I'll just see if anyone has any questions here at the end of our tutorial. What do you use when you do the solo and you disappear? Just use the fuzz war for that. Fuzz war for almost everything. Let's see, anything else? I'll just do a quick scroll here. Oh, cool. I'm glad that some people are into seeing the pedal board. What's your method in developing song structure? Do you start with the music and then lyrics? Yes, I do. That's how I do it. I start with the music, and I just like kind of wordlessly sing along with the music, and then I just kind of wait for the spirits of the universe to give me lyrics. Don't leave me on the earth. All right, cool. Curious because it's my favorite song from you. What type of pedal would you like to incorporate into your playing? My whole philosophy with pedals has been to use them as little as possible, or I guess that's not quite as little as possible, but like have as few as possible. Like when I first started with Lelus, I was like, cool, I can do everything with just reverb, and I think I did do that. I used the custom pedal, the custom delay pedal a little bit, but just with like a Stratocaster guitar, I feel like you can kind of get away with not having pedals because it's got such a great rhythm pickup and lead pickup, and just like switching between those two is what I do more than using any pedals really. I feel like the difference between the rhythm and the lead is just like really awesome on a Strat, and you can kind of get away with not doing much else. So that's a good question. I don't use the amp reverb. I use this. This is, I don't even know if I should be showing you this. This is like my secret, but it's this guy. You can see my little Bernie for Prez sticker. This is a Gibson Reverb 3, and they don't make them anymore. I don't know if you can see that, Reverb 3. They don't make them anymore, but it's the best reverb. It's my personal favorite when it comes to reverb, and that's what I use. And I take them on tour with me, and I use them in the studio, and that's the best reverb in the universe as far as I'm concerned. What's that amp back there? I don't know. There's a lot of amps. All right. Well, cool. Thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in again. And I don't have any more of these planned, but maybe in the future, I might do one for my solo stuff at some point. But yeah, it's been really fun, and I hope that that you guys got something out of it. Yeah, the tour's postponed. We're supposed to be on tour right now, actually, but yeah, we're gonna go as soon as we can. We'll see what happens.